Good morning. When I was in elementary school, I was a Girl Scout for a couple of years. So were my sisters. And then we discovered baseball, softball. So we left scouting behind and we went on to play this sport for many years. I mean, I played for the rest of elementary school and all the way into high school, through high school. And one of my greatest possessions during those years was my glove, my baseball mitt. You take good care of something that belongs to you, and it represents so much more than just a mitt, a glove. For me, it represented my whole love for the game and the way that grew every time I grew. I took my baseball glove with me when I joined the convent, and I used it now and again when we played baseball together with teens or with young adults or even with the sisters ourselves. And I had it for almost 20 years while I was there. And when I left community, I took my glove home with me as well. So you can tell it's had a well-storied existence. It's precious to me, symbolic, but it's mine, right? And when something is mine, I take extra good care of it. It's a possession that is something I treasure. When my mom or my sisters call me during a work day, I often pick up the phone, even though I'm at work, right? Because this is unique, special, and it's something that they belong to me. So I treat them with a little bit of a preferential treatment because they are my family and they do belong to me. And maybe you have the same. When something is yours, you treat it in an extra special way. So over and over again in Scripture, here God is telling us that we too are preferred by God. You are mine, says the divine. You are mine, which means that I care for you, I provide for you, I protect you, I love you. When we are preferred by the divine, we too have preferential treatment. God doesn't let us off the hook. I'm not saying that, right? But what I'm saying is that the love of God goes the distance. And when we know that, when we believe that with everything in us, we can lean into that kind of love. We can pitch our tent on it. We can build our lives on that love. That no matter the storms around us, if we know that we belong to God, that we are not forgotten, we are not one of a massive collection, that we are uniquely loved, it gives us the strength and focus to be able to withstand the storms of life. There's another aspect to it as well. If I know that I am deeply loved by God, preferred, special, and I know that you too are deeply loved by God, preferred, special, that you belong to God, then I'm going to want to do everything I can to increase the bond between us, to treat you with the same love and respect that God treats you. Karl Rahner, one of my favorite theologians, though I spend the rest of my life trying to understand everything he's written. He's very profound, and like I said before, his thoughts, one sentence is an entire paragraph long. But he writes that the divine has an eternal relationship with every single human being on the planet. Now, on some level, that's a no-brainer. But on the other hand, that's just breathtaking to me. A divine relationship, an eternal relationship with every person. So everyone I see shopping around me, everyone I see at a restaurant, everyone I see at a ball game, everyone I see at work, God has this absolute, deep, preferential love for that person. They're particularly loved, and that love existed long before they were born and will continue to exist long after they die. That just opens up a whole new world for me. How do I treat the people around me the way God treats them? With a preferred love, with a deferential treatment, with a special eye to how precious they are to the one who created them and dreamt about this life for them. Spend some time with that. First of all, acknowledging and basking, soaking, marinating in that deep love that God has for you, that particular love for you. And then seeing how that deep love that God has for you, that being wrapped in that deep love, gives you power and strength to love others in the same way.